Do you want to introduce the book today?
No.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome. I'm Emily.
And I'm Avi.
And
This is our book.
today we are talking about Those Kids from Fawn Creek
Da da da.
by Erin Entrada Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think?
I think overall it was a really good story.
Okay. Did you think it was as sad as A Whale of the Wild?
I kind of didn't like all the how they were like bullying and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
Did you feel like the characters were relatable? Like you could kind of relate to one of them?
Like Cole and Daniel.
Yeah. Did you feel like you have people at your school that are kind of like Cole and Daniel? Like the Jacks?
Well, I don't really know what words would describe them, but because it mostly was talking about not really super. It was mostly talking about
Yeah, Dee
them.
Dee and
Yeah.
Grayson and
Grayson and Diddy.
Yep, and
Were
Orchid.
really Dorothy and Orchid. Probably Janie.
Uh-huh.
Janie. What else was her name? That
The mean one? What's the mean girl's
Janie.
name? Started with an R. This is
Maybe?
how mean she was, is we don't even want to talk about her anymore. She was really mean.
mean.
So, okay, tell me about the characters, though. Did you feel like were they complex or were they simple? Did you feel like they were real people? Did you feel
I felt like they were real people.
Yeah.
And some of them I would not like to say out loud. And some of them I feel like in my class, some of them I can kind of compare to my friends.
Okay, cool. What grade are you in?
I'm in 4th grade going to 5th.
4th grade going into 5th. Almost 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go into the vocab. Did you feel like there were hard words or was it all pretty easily readable?
It was really, I don't really know what to say about it. It was really easy to read, but then there was like those words that are easy to read, but then it's like, like, what does that mean?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
I feel like some of them were like that.
Mm-hmm. But overall,
But then when you put them in sentences, they kind of make sense.
yeah, that works. That makes sense.
It's another one that you got to be ready
Gotta
to
be
read
ready
it.
to go.
You got to be ready.
Yeah. Did you like the setting? Did you feel like it was interesting? What did you like about it?
I didn't like exactly like how it was, the mean part, but then some of it about the mean part. Like I get really interested in some things that not a lot of people think are.
Tell me, what?
Kind of like some of the sad parts for some people are kind of like okay for me. Like I'm interested in them.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to dive into that conflict and dissect it. That's cool.
I feel like in some ways, not exactly like how it was going on and how it would be, but I kind of see some things about someone that I know that I can kind of compare to Orchid Mason.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, and some of the characters I can, but some of them I can't exactly like compare them to someone that I really know.
But they seem like...
They seem real, like that could be happening. That could be a person in real life.
For sure.
Because what do you know? Probably in a story, if it wasn't like an animal, it would probably sound like a real person.
Right.
Because there are people that come in a lot of ways.
That's true, yeah.
You can sound different. You can, like, a lot of things.
Yeah. Did you use the pictures when you were imagining the characters? You know how in the beginning there's like a yearbook?
Yeah.
Did you look at that and...
I looked at that because that helps me, like, describe them. And they kind of looked, in my imagination... Well, some of them I didn't exactly think that they looked like my imagination. because there wasn't as many descriptive words as Will of the Wild.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think it was more like, it was like more, I don't really know what to describe it. It's like, if you're ready, if you're not, like, if you don't really want to go into adjectives and you kind of just want to stick with some simple sentences. But some of them, I feel like they had some of the sentences had a lot of describing words, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's how you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you form a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like there were a good amount of characters, or were there too many? Because for me, I kept having to think, like, who is she talking about? Or who's related to who? And what's their name? And what's their nickname? Did you have a problem with that? Or did you
I
understand?
didn't have a problem with the nicknames.
Okay.
But I did have, like, I felt like there was, I liked how they had a lot, but then I didn't like how they had a lot. Like, the Whale of the Wild kept it simple. There was, like, a lot of them, but it was mostly talking about a little section of them.
Yeah, whereas this was like a whole class.
Yeah, like a whole class. It's talking about this person, that dad, the mom, the dad, the mom, the students, the friends, the
teachers.
the teachers.
Yeah.
The other classes.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, there's a lot to keep track of. I
it's
feel
like.
What did you think of Grayson's struggle as being like less masculine than his brother? Did you feel bad for him?
I
Were
felt
you like, I
really
don't care?
bad for him,
Yeah.
but it's probably what's gonna happen in a older brother and a younger sibling household.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've had that problem sometimes with my sister.
Yeah, like you want to pick on your sister? Or what?
No, most of the time she starts it.
Okay.
But some of the times.
But you know how like Grayson is like just being who he is, and his brother is like just keeps teasing him out of the blue, you know?
I think that he's a good kid and he has a lot of heart, and
Grayson or his brother?
yeah, mostly Grayson.
Yeah, I agree.
But his brother, being an older sibling, but that's probably what older boy siblings do.
Maybe.
It's not always what I'm doing to my sister. Most of the time, she's ready.
Do you think Grayson was super different from his brother? Do you think boys should be doing fishing and hunting and not sewing?
Well, I think that you can do what you want as long as you're not getting forced to. But sometimes it's nice to get forced to, because then you're ready. Like, I don't like violin, but sometimes it looks nice in the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, when you get more into it, like, you're like, I don't really want to do that. But then you get more into it, and you're like, I think I kind of like it. But
yeah.
and then you just get in there, and you're like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Like, and then, I love it. I love it. And then, that doesn't always happen, but...
But, like,
Who
it could
knows?
have, like, if they kept getting him to go fishing or something, then he could, like, maybe get to like it or something.
I think that he can be, I don't really know what to call that.
Cool.
A designer.
Oh, yeah, like a fashion.
I think I like
designer.
how he's going, but what I don't like is I am worried that he might get teased because he's starting. Well, I think he's old enough to start doing that and making his own decisions, as like a little kid was being, or like a younger kid was being like, oh, I'm going to grow up to be this, and then they don't. I just don't want you to set your goals on something and then not be able to do it. I think it's great to set goals, but then it's sad to not have the goals come true.
Right. So maybe be...
aware that it could work out, it could not work out.
I see. Yeah.
I liked where he was going. And I think he might have, because of that school, because it sounds like they're teasing a lot, that he might get teased a lot. He can do what he wants to, but he has to be ready to go
Face
through
the teasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
that's
who
interesting.
knows? It hasn't been in there. It could be they all liked it, but by the brother is mostly, he's like, I'm gonna do men things, and I'm gonna just stay with what people tell you that are men things and women things, and I think you can do whatever you want as long as you're ready to have that problem in life where
you might get teased. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like how they put in the story and in real life, that might have been a true story, who knows, but they're separating girls things, sewing, designing, doing all these girl dressing up, balls, that are like dressing up like fancy at a ball, and like boys things, hunting, fishing, other things. Like, I like fishing.
Yeah.
Some people say that surfing's what boys do. I don't think that's true. I like surfing. I like doing some things that boys like to do, and some boys like doing girls' things. And I think that they shouldn't put things on, like, pink is a girl's color and blue is a boy's color. I don't like how they're separating. And it kind of sounds like that's been happening in the story. Like, this is, sewing is for girls, and boys are hunting and fishing and doing all these things that boys should be doing. I think you should do what you want to do.
Yeah. That's very cool. That's very wise. I also agree with that. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do spoilers. So if you haven't read it,
Then
read
maybe
it and then watch the rest.
The rest.
Okay.
Or be just like, some people like some things.
Knowing it
Oh,
beforehand?
yeah,
Okay.
like if you're reading the back. Okay, this is what's going to happen.
But we're going to spoil things. Okay.
A lot of things.
Would you be mad if you found out that Orchid lied about all the things about her?
I would be mad, but then her story of like moving and not really getting to settle and make a lot of friends. I don't like how she lied, but I think I feel bad for her. I probably would be not as mad as Janie and Remy. Oh, it's Remy.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
And Janie and Remy. It's like, I would probably be like Dorothy or Grayson. I would get mad, like I don't want to hang out for like a while until I'm ready to go face it. But how many people out there have not lied?
That's true. I don't know anyone.
I don't know anyone either.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I think I probably would have been hurt like Grayson, even though in my heart I'm like, oh, I hope I'm like Dee Dee, and I would have stayed with her while she cried and like tried to be a really good friend. I don't know if I would have been that mature at 12, you know?
Yeah.
I hope I would have been, but I don't know.
I don't know yet.
Yeah. But I feel like it's, for me, having gone through middle school, and I felt like I knew each of those characters. Like, I could put a name of somebody in my school, my middle school, that was just like Janie, or just like Remy, or just like Grayson even. Like, I feel like I had all of these friends, and so that was really cool reading about.
Probably some of them I can name and some of them I can't name.
Yeah.
And some of them I just won't name.
right. So I enjoyed it. It felt like a safe exploration into middle school, because actually being in middle school is kind of tough to like be in
it
that.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're probably gonna, it kind of sounds like there is probably teasing and there probably is hard things. And it's probably what happens.
Yeah, but we just gotta like remember the truth things. I really liked Orchid's game. Do you remember when they were at the creek? She created that game where you say something that somebody
Skeleton?
has said
Or
that
ghost? Or mirror, mirror.
mirror, mirror. Yeah. So you say something that really hurts your feelings, and then everybody else in the circle says really nice compliments so that you don't only focus on the bad thing. Mm-hmm. That's a great game.
I know. But it's a great game, but then I feel some like the parts, I like how you're not feeling bad, and I just wouldn't like the part of me saying it.
You think you'd be too shy to say the thing that hurt your feelings?
Say it.
Interesting.
Because, like, who knows who would be next to you?
Like it could have been
the same person that hurt your feelings in the circle.
I see.
That probably would have happened to me.
If they weren't in the circle, would you feel comfortable sharing what it was?
Well, it depends on the people. It depends on the people.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like Orchid Mason is like ready. She's like, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna feel good about it. Mm-hmm. She was more like she tells lies, but wouldn't focus on that part. I think she's had a hard time, and so why she was saying all these lies. And, well, otherwise, I would say that she was probably, like, ready to do it. I think it was really nice.
Mm-hmm. So you would trust her if you were in the circle with her. You'd be okay sharing in front of...
Yeah, because she has, like, that... She's, like, really brave. She's really courageous.
Yeah.
She sounds that way, but then the lies.
Yeah.
But sounds like a great person.
Yeah, she does really seem like a great person.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be friends with her.
Me too.
Even if,
I would probably be a little bit mad, but...
Right. But
you
like
shouldn't
you said,
lie.
You shouldn't lie, but also it's understandable given her circumstances. Mm-hmm. Anything else that you want to say about the book?
I think that it would probably, for me, it would be really cool if I was moving. Not exactly moving all the time, but how she moved a lot, and she was always getting to pick her name, like Orchid Mason, Daisy, Sunflower, but it was always like a flower.
Yeah.
I liked how she got to do that. Like, I would wish I could rename myself, and then rename myself, and rename myself.
Do you have a name that you would rename yourself as? When I was a kid, I always wanted people to call me Alex because I thought that was like a really cool girl's name.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I really wanted to have a name without any vowels.
That's awesome.
Like like the word lynx, the Y is considered a vowel though.
Right.
In the circumstances. Mm-hmm. But I would like to be called probably like Exy or something. Mm-hmm. All I would have to write on my paper is X. Yay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or XZ.
Yeah.
And I would write XZ.
And then Z. I dig that. I could call you Exy. All right, cool. Well, I recommend the book highly. I think it's very good. Do you recommend the book?
I do recommend the book if you're ready, and you're going to probably be ready for the bad parts. And
the lots of characters.
There's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
You have to know who's talking.
Right. But thankfully, this is the third person.
Yeah.
But what's cool about this, before we end,
Yeah.
I also want to say that each chapter, while it's told in third person, also sort of shows you the thoughts of one particular character in that chapter.
I think I kind of saw that, kind of.
I loved that. I thought that was so cool.
And I also liked the part where they were doing that science project and they had like, and like at the dance, they were always like, Daniel and Colt and
What about him?
like how it had that like Daisy on the middle, so you know who was talking to who. So like,
Oh, okay.
if it was like Whale of the Wild, that would probably be nice.
So you would like it if it was first person, or you didn't, or you would like it as
I liked it like how on the top, a little bit like in paragraphs. Like a couple of paragraphs went by, but there was at the top there was like a flower and then like more like a plus sign and then flowers on the sides. It had those two names, so you know who was talking.
Oh, right, in science class and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. That was really helpful.
Yeah,
That was really cool.
because if it said and blah 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 said, or she said and I said,
Right.
you would know.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can. Well, it'll take too long to find it on my Kindle, but yeah, I really like that. That was cool.
And I don't have my library book, so otherwise I would just like flip through the
Scan through
pages
it.
and find it.
Any other favorite parts or cool things?
I don't really, I kind of like it, then I'm sad about it.
What?
The dance, that I love that specific chapter.
Yeah.
Specific.
That was a huge, I mean, that was like the climax of the whole story.
That was basically the biggest thing in the story.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise,
I also really liked that, who is it that asked Dee Dee to dance? Was it Colt?
I don't really remember.
I just love that he was like, he really was brave in that moment. And like, also it made Dee Dee feel really good and special, even though they didn't end up dancing together. It was just, I don't know.
I think it was Orchid. And then I think it was someone, because that plan.
No, somebody asked, yeah. There was that horrible plan.
It was the plan, and then he was supposed to take her out to the tree.
That's right. And then
but then he decided to do the dance.
To ask Dee Dee to dance, yeah.
I think it was someone. I think it was Orchid, but I don't really know. I knew it was someone in that group.
Yeah.
I think it was Orchid.
It was Dee Dee.
Probably Dee Dee.
Yeah. But anyways, great book. We both recommend highly. All right. Thanks for joining us. Happy reading.
And I hope you do read that book.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.